Welcome to the South Yuba River Citizens League 5th Annual State of the Yuba Community Address. It's April 18th and we're here at the Peace Lutheran Church in downtown Grass Valley talking to the community about our work. We had a full house here tonight and we're really excited to share all of our work with you. If you weren't able to make it or you want to learn more information, check us out online at yubariver.org or give us a call at the office at 265-5961. Thanks for coming. Okay, so this is the 5th State of the Yuba event we have put on and my 5th State of the Yuba update. The first year we did this, I hardly knew a face in this room. I was really nervous. It's probably how Ashley feels right now. And 5 years later, if I don't know your name, I definitely recognize your face. It feels really good to have gotten to know the Yuba Watershed and all of you, so thank you so much. This year I'm going to speak about partnership and how partnering with different organizations and volunteers and citizen scientists, and a lot of these people here on my little word collage thing, have led to successful projects in the watershed. To commemorate our Partner of the Year, the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, and the fact that SYRCL was named by the Forest Service as the Pacific Northwest Region 5 Partner of the Year, which is a huge honor. And that we just implemented our first meadow restoration project at Loney Meadow, owned by all of us, managed by the Tahoe National Forest, and with funding from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. I decided to talk this year about how partnering made Loney Meadow restoration project possible. And then I'm going to move on to give you a little bit of a 2018 update, let you know what else we're doing in the watershed, and also give a quick update on dam relicensing. I'm going to do this through a series of stories, so come travel with me, and those represent the work that we do together. So please, I hope you enjoy this journey as much as I have. On a crisp August morning in 2015, I woke up at 4:15 to the sound of my alarm. It was time to get up. My shift was about to start. As I crawled out of my tent to make a mug of coffee, I saw headlamps in the distance at exactly 30-meter intervals. Soon I would be one of those headlamps, waiting for the sun to rise. We were here to answer questions about carbon sequestration and to understand how much carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and methane, the most prevalent greenhouse gases, are being released by meadows, and to understand whether or not emissions change on a 24-hour timescale. The only way to answer these questions is to take repeat samples all day long and throughout the night. This information will be used to better understand the impact of meadows on the carbon cycle. Are they a carbon sink or are they a carbon source? And help us to understand whether meadow restoration results in a net greenhouse gas benefit to the state. I found myself sitting in Loney Meadow at 4:30 in the morning with a syringe in one hand and a glass vial in the other because of a partnership that started between SYRCL and the Tahoe National Forest, and then a series of grants that were funded by the Sierra Nevada Conservancy, the National Forest Foundation, the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. A research question that was given structure by University of Nevada, Reno, UC Merced, and Stillwater Sciences, and finally was supported by Earthwatch. Oh, and not to mention, all of those SYRCL volunteers who said, yeah, that sounds kind of cool. I'll stay up all night and measure gases. Who are you guys? All of a sudden, I'm in an aspen grove. I blink my eyes, my head turned to the sky, trying to differentiate between the tops of aspen trees, while trying also not to look directly into the sun. Yeah, I think it's about 5 meters tall. I'm talking to one of our Nevada Union High School summer interns who joined us for a 10-day field science program in 2015 to learn about meadows and to help us collect baseline data that will be used to understand how Loney Meadow responds to restoration. Over a period of several weeks between 2014 and 2017, through a partnership with Earthwatch and now the National Forest Foundation, nearly 50 high school future scientists from Nevada County and all over the country joined us to count and measure over 3,000 trees, learn to identify nearly 70 plant species, collect vegetation data in nearly 700 subplots, installed groundwater wells, and measured stream flow. It's pretty exciting stuff, to be honest. It's fun. Let's jump ahead 2 years to 2017. As I pull into the parking lot at Loney Meadow, I can hear them. After 4 years of planning and long days and nights of data collection, they are here. The big machines. They are carefully, even gracefully, moving dirt ever so delicately into sections of the channel that have eroded. I repeat to myself, just add water. The mantra of those of us who have been trained in what is called process-based restoration. We want to restore ecosystem processes that govern the ecosystem rather than try to control those processes. This method has cascading impacts that trickle down through the ecosystem. In a meadow, we want to restore the hydrology or the connection of the stream to the floodplain and let the water carve the channels, re-wet the ground to support plant life, which in turn supports birds, amphibians, and fish. Why do the work when water always finds a way? Water knows best. It is one of Mother Nature's favorite tools. I watch those big machines, the bigger than life-size Tonka trucks, do their work, and I imagine the results that we will see in 2018, this year. The water out on the floodplain, the restoration of a wetland. As soon as the water was redirected in Loney Meadow, we saw the effects on the surface of the meadow and in the groundwater wells we installed. I wanted you to check out this awesome graph. It was made by Carl and Betsy. This is a graph of the groundwater at the very base of Loney Meadow. It's a preview of data collection efforts we will embark on this summer. The blue line is from 2016 and represents baseline conditions. The red line is the year of implementation, 2017. As soon as water was rerouted and restoration was complete, the groundwater levels jumped way up to just below the surface of the ground. This is a good result. It's creating a water-rich environment that's also oxygen poor. This is something that wetland plants really love. Wildlife love it, and it also sequesters carbon. Now we are in 2018, and I have very few stories to tell. We are waiting for the snow to melt so we can see what the restoration of Loney Meadow will bring. We know it will be wetter. We hope it will reach its restoration goals and hold more water until later in the season to support colder, cleaner water in our dry, hot California summers. We can't wait to start measuring vegetation, groundwater, surface water, water quality, amphibian diversity, fish diversity, greenhouse gases, soil moisture, and then start crunching numbers, which is my favorite part. How did all of these species and the physical aspects of Loney Meadow change? And what does it all mean? We have our work cut out for us this summer. We have 2 to 3 more meadow restoration projects to move forward. We are working as a partner on the Hallwood Floodplain Restoration Project to plant trees once the gold fields are taken down to river level. We are permitting a 50-acre floodplain restoration project at Long Bar in the lower Yuba River. We will keep measuring trees at Hammond Bar. We will look for aquatic invasive species across the Tahoe National Forest. We have hired a Nisenan field crew to remove invasive species. Yeah, that's right. We have continued to monitor mercury levels in mine-impacted streams. We are in our 18th year of monitoring water quality across the watershed. We will be recruiting more students to spend a week with us this summer and monitor meadows. Do you know anyone? Anyone? Students? We're looking for students to join us in 2018. Please let them know that there are opportunities that await for them. And this year, we are also wrapping up agreements about river flows for Yuba County Water Agency's dams and hydropower facilities in the middle, north, and lower Yuba rivers. I came home from a meeting several months ago and said, today I went to a meeting where we talked about fish, frogs, dirt, logs, and trees, and actually Anna gave a much more detailed list of all the things that get discussed in those meetings. And I said, I think I have a 5-year-old's dream job, except for the part where I sat in a meeting for 6 hours. So we hope that the years of meetings, discussion, and collaboration around what flows are best for the watershed and what protections we can put into place for sensitive species like Chinook salmon will prove fruitful, and agencies like the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, the dam owners, Yuba County Water Agency, and groups like SYRCL can spend the next 35 to 50 years, which is the licensed terms, fine-tuning those flows, restoring floodplains, and preparing for what are inevitable dam removals, and watching the river restore itself. Just add water. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rachel Hutchinson, SYRCL's River Science Director. Thank you so much for coming tonight to the 5th Annual State of Yuba Address. Tonight we talked about all sorts of topics, from meadow restoration to floodplain habitat restoration to Centennial Dam. If you want to learn more, please visit yubariver.org or come visit us at the office in Nevada City. Thank you.